So it's knowing first what is happening with the business, what's going on in the industry, what's going on in the markets that we participate in, the markets we want to be in, what's going on with internally with our business and the challenges and where we need more effectiveness or more efficiency, right? How do all of those things come together strategically for where we're going as a business? Start there, right? Then go to so what do we need to do from a talent perspective, for development, for attraction, for retention, right? That's different, I think, than what's the great kind of next HR program that we can run out, right? It's not about that. It's about what do we need to accomplish, what's the outcome we need to achieve for the business. Now how do we need to do that? So it's kind of what's the starting point. I never did this in my career, but in hindsight I can see it'd be really valuable to take a step out of HR for a while, right? Like early in your career or mid-career, wherever it makes sense, taking that opportunity to take a move outside of HR into a different supply chain role, an IT role, a marketing role, like whatever it is, something that's not an HR function, I think would be a really good development path for a few years for an HR leader in the future. You know, I would say another challenge was just getting my arms around, so this is the totality of HR, right? And thinking strategically about where do we all need to go as a function. So not just the talent portion, not just the rewards portion, not just me and my HR business partner role, but now all of it, right? Like this great engine that we've got, this really talented team that I'm very privileged to lead, how do I provide the vision and the direction to all go in one direction? I think that's gone well. You know, how did I do that? I used a coach. I used other former CHROs as mentors. I think any other CHRO that I've reached out to say, hey, I'm new, how would you think about this? They have been super gracious with their time, so I would always encourage that, right? Reach out to your network, reach out to retired CHROs, like everybody wants to help. So that was another way that I did that too. But I think providing that vision for the totality of a function and also not getting lost in the function, right? To my point about being a CHRO is not about being the chief executive of HR, it's about being a business leader. So you need to provide that functional vision and strategy, but not sort of swim in the details, right? You gotta continue to show up as that business partner across the rest of the executive team. I think from an HR function, we got to get more agile. We got to be more willing to be a little more bold in our thoughts, a little more agile, a little more experimental. Because I think we're really good at, and I'm talking about us at Land O'Lakes. I'm also just generalizing, right? Like we're really good at setting up nice, good programs that are well thought through, based in lots of really good foundational theories, and that's fantastic, and we need those. And as the business tries to go faster, as customer demands change, as the industry and the markets change, we got to change too, right? And we got to kind of do it with that same sort of consumer-facing approach, right? A little more agile. Let's try this. How do we experiment? Did that work? It didn't work, right? I love the idea of that. I really think that's what we need to do. How to make that happen, I'm not completely sure, right? But I think we can figure it out if we just try, right? It might not work perfectly, but then that's learning.